Hello and thank you for viewing this presentation. Today I will be talking about the product validation improvement project that I recently was a part of and how it pertains to my BML 489 leadership course. I'd like to start by introducing myself. My name is Matt Curran. I'm a mechanical engineer and director of the product evaluation for Douglas Dynamics. Previous roles that I've played at Douglas include new product development engineer, technical service supervisor, manufacturing supervisor, and manufacturing engineer. All of these roles have helped in shaping what I've done with the product evaluation improvement program, and all of these roles represent shareholders for that program. An overview of the project itself and a little bit about Douglas Dynamics as a company. Douglas Dynamics is a worldwide leader in snow and ice control products manufactured in the United States and sold worldwide. And currently there's a system for validating products by placing prototype products in high snow regions throughout the country and retrieving data from those products. As I will explain, the current system we have for evaluating these products and reporting our findings back is outdated. There's a lot of analog processing of data, and it's quite cumbersome and not conducive to following a product from start to finish through evaluation. A little description about the project itself. Currently there's an opportunity to utilize software that was acquired by another department within the company. The software is being utilized by sales and marketing to document call reports and customer interactions. I found that to be interesting and felt that I could apply to our customer interactions through the winter validation program. And when I say customers, I mean our winter validation testers. We have regular interactions with them that need to be tracked, as well as any incidents with product that they're testing. All of this needs to be communicated to our design teams so that we can further the product and best utilize the information and data that we get from the winter validation program. This software called CRM will bring the program up to current times. Currently there are a lot of analog systems in place, multiple systems. The CRM software brings it into a single point where we will be able to document, track, and follow all of the customer interactions, tester interactions with our product all the way from start to finish. And that in turn streamlines the whole process, so we're not going to multiple sources to compile the data needed for a single piece of equipment. I'd like to cover a few of the reasonings or opportunities why this project became available. So the current leadership is retiring, which is allowing me to step in as the new director of the program, the winter validation program. I've been a part of the program for 13 years since I started at Douglas Dynamics, so I know the program very well. I know our customer base very well, our tester base, and as I previously stated in my introduction, I've worked in a number of roles that are internal customers for this program, so that really does make me one of the best candidates, and that is why I will be stepping in as the director. And with any change in leadership, This allows for changes in other areas of the program, and I can bring those changes, and then as a current standing leader, make sure those changes stick and continue to further the program. So the project itself boils down to implementing the CRM software that was purchased by our sales and marketing department. This software, like I said, allows for tracking of customer interactions, and I will be using it for our mostly external customer interactions with our testers who run our snow and ice control equipment and give feedback. Now each time that the tester has a specific piece of feedback, a incident involving the product that they're testing, all of that can be conveyed back to our company within this software, and then dispersed to the appropriate design test teams, and they can make the appropriate changes, updates, information gathering, questions. So all of those things are the main focus of this project. And one of the facilitators that has helped me along with this project is my mentor. His name is Rob Schleicher. He is a production manager, engineering manager within our organization. He's been with the company 8 years. He knows the ins and outs of how this program works and what it needs to be successful. This is one of the reasons I chose him as my mentor. He's got very good background knowledge on implementing changes, and also with coming in as a leader position within the past 8 years. He has brought some of those changes with him and then continued to follow up and make sure those changes are successful within our organization. The implementation of this software and project over the winter validation program itself could have some factors that hinder the implementation. Some of those are being pushed back from testers. Like we know that not everyone likes change, and change can be hard. Sustainability being one of the hardest challenges. So as long as we communicate what we are doing, communicate what we've done, and finish our project with communicating the results of what we've done, I think we will be successful in implementing this project. There could also be pushback from internals, but that may be low based on the fact that this is a no cost to the program improvement that will streamline the process, improve overall efficiency, and allow for overall a better product to come out of our company. I'd like to go over the timeline for this project. So let's start with overall, this is a 2-year program or 2-year project from start to finish, but I will break it down into week by week, and the latter being the longer application of the project to the winter validation program, and then the analyzing of how the project affected the program and making any changes is the majority of the long-term project. But week 1, work with my mentor, develop tasks, and understand the scope of the project itself. That's basic start, week 1, and then continue to meet with my mentor throughout the timeline of this project. Weeks 2 through 6, that will be outlining the business case for the project. So why this is important, what the intent of the project is meant for, what I'd like to see come out of the project, and ultimately what impact does this have on the business itself. Week 6 through 10, that dives into, we already have the software, so we're migrating the data, building what we would like to see out of the program, or actually doing the standard operating procedures and figuring out what the software can do for us. That also runs from week 6 to 10 and then week 10 to 14. All of that is just time to set the software up for the success of the program itself. Now here's where I talked about the longer term impacts of the timeline and the project on the timeline. Week 16 through 40, that's practical application of change and how the program has been affected by the project, and if there is any further updates that we need to do. That happens after the implementation of the project, and how it affects the program itself. Another topic I'd like to cover is the budget. Technically, this project is a no-cost improvement. The software itself has been budgeted and paid for and acquired by the sales and marketing department. We are piggybacking on this software and their budget for this software. So directly coming from the winter validation program, there is no cost to the program. With that being said, the program itself has a fairly substantial $600,000 budget that can be used and is budgeted out internally for product placement, travel and interactions with our testers, various supplies that we'll need throughout the year. So if there is some costs that are incurred for those for this project that relates to the program itself, there is a budget that we can draw from. So some of the risks that are associated with implementing change are nothing new. You may have some of the tester customer base that wants to leave. Nobody likes change that maybe isn't affecting them well. Some of the tester base is a little bit older in the generations, and that may have them shy away from technology. But that is a low risk, as we have existing relationships with these people. We are willing to come out, do the training, make sure that everybody is on board, and we are showing exactly what we'd like to get out of this, communicating what could happen and what we'd like to happen. Another risk is that transferring all of this data, compiling all of these softwares into one specific software, there could be loss of information there, or there is the low risk of the software doesn't behave like we would like it to, and therefore we're not able to communicate as effectively as we did before. Like I said, this is a low risk, and there's a reason that we're going to the system and implementing this project. So I don't foresee that these risks becoming a real in-person penalty for this project. So what does this project attain us? This is better quality for the testers. The testers themselves are getting these products. They are able to communicate their wants, needs, desires, any of the shortcomings that the product has. The testers are able to immediately tell us and communicate back to the new product development teams, where that they can then make a change on the fly. And that leads into, again, the new product development teams are able to take the feedback and analyze it and make a on-the-go transition or reasoning for what they're doing as far as changes. Another topic is management trusts the results of this program. This is a program that's been around for a very long time, and it is one of the ways that upper level management who doesn't have direct interactions with new product development engineers gets a level of comfort for how a product is behaved or received in the market, and that allows management to say, yes, this is good. We know that the winter validation program ran this product, and we are very happy with the results. Any changes were made, and we're confident in our ability to produce this product going forward in a financially healthy way. The project itself is very low cost, as I said in the previous slide, that the budget is largely, or the cost of the program is largely covered by other budgets from the sales and marketing department who has acquired the software, and then any other additional costs, which will be very low, will be baked into the overall program budget. So if we need any small hardware items, just to keep the software up to date and going, that is all coming out of the already established budget. Back to a little bit of notes about my mentor that I didn't cover. He is Rob Schleicher. Again, like I said, he has been at the company for 8 years. He really took the time to sit down, review this project, and make sure that it's going to benefit the company, it's going to benefit the winter validation program and its testers, and we really wanted to analyze and understand that this is a low-cost efficiency improvement that will have positive impacts on the company itself. Like I said, Rob has implemented a number of changes, both at other companies he's been at and within Douglas Dynamics itself. So I really trusted his feedback and what he had for me. And this allowed this project to really get off the ground and have some legs. So some of the educational experiences or classes that I've had have impacted this project throughout my time at WLC. I've taken courses like leading organizational change, strategic planning and improvement, servant leadership. That's a important one. Financial management and principles of management. Those are just some of the courses that I can think off the top of my head that have really impacted on how I've organized this project and set us up for success. So going forward, currently this project is in the implementation phase. We've implemented the software, we've migrated the data, we've done the training, we've written the SOPs, and now it is how does this project stay applicable to the program, what's its impact on the program and the company and the testers. So over the next 4 months, we'll be getting the full impact of how this project has affected the program. And then after that 4-month time period, we'll be understanding and evaluating and making changes. So following the plan, do, check, act cycle. My personal reflection on this project is that I'm very proud as to how the project went or to the stage that we are in now. I think that my education at WLC and my previous roles within the company that I'm at have all culminated to this being a successful project, and I foresee the continued success of this project and the winter validation program. I'd like to thank you for your time and reviewing this presentation with me, and thank you very much.